complicit to all this killing, allegedly. Barry, the guest in the studio for saying the truth, to say thank the guest. Nigeria cannot fight the terrorists. America wants to help you, but you don't want. You are afraid. The undemocratic government of Tinubu is full of lies and deceit. In fact, it's better for Tinubu to do the right thing and rush to America and beg Trump and let the APC government not politicize the issue. Let Trump come and save the Christians, IPOB, that are fighting for their freedom. We are proscribed terrorist group, but Fulani headers and Boko Haram that kills people on daily basis were not proscribed terrorist group because they rigged the election for Tinubu. That is why he turned blind eyes in all the crimes they committed. Barry, is unfortunate. I rest my case. And Prince Chiedozie on woman. Dr. Mrs. Ma Olebara from Owerri. Insecurity is a man's worst enemy. Any government that cannot live up to its basic responsibility of protecting lives and property is a failure. Nigeria is not at war, yet its citizens are slaughtered daily in their homes, farms, markets, and churches. Some communities have been wiped out and millions fled their homes to IDPs, surviving without sufficient food, water, and medical care. Instead of dealing with the terrorists, they are pampered, rehabilitated, and reintegrated into the forces. We commend the recent warning and concerns of President Trump for recognizing what we are passing through. Why are they jittery over someone coming to help them do what they could not do? I fear and tremble. Thank you very much, Dr. Mrs. Ma Olebera, for your message. This one says, I am calling Zoswago, a.k.a. Motion, texting from Imopoli. Motion, thank you yesterday for honoring our invitation. He says, good morning, my good friend Barry, the guest and the listener. If U.S. action can bring an end to the genocide in Nigeria, they should go ahead. But they should focus at the north and Aso Rock. That's where the real terrorists are. I am Motion from Imopoli. He says, this one says, Chairman of Particular Concern, Barry Cosmos and Honorable Barrister Emeka Ihejirika, happy good morning. PDP is in a doghouse. I know it was going to be so when they were playing hide and seek with APC. Now they have entered the ring, the die is cast. With all the open killings all over the country, how else can you describe genocide? Those loose cannons like the FFKs, the Gummis, etc. are mere empty barrels who should not be given attention. Anything that can protect lives and properties is allowed, their pecuniary interests notwithstanding. Barrio, thanks for the honor you extended to me last Saturday. It gave me opportunity to meet the senior citizens like Comrade F.I. Agba, Uzoma, Professor Valino Bin, and the Radio Marshal, the Radio General, JP, Chief Ben Okwano, Nonsonkwa, Ezine, Lady Julie Nasike, and of course, Lady Umma Olebra. Thank you very much. It was so great. Kudos. Thank you, Elder Chijoke at Irete. And I thank God you are not at large today. This one says, I'm calling Zaswago Motion. I think I've taken your message. Comrade Ampadek. Oh boy, these messages are plenty. Okay? They are so plenty. Plenty. Comrade Ampadek says he's texting from Umuakane, Ohaji, the most peaceful community in Imo State. Says, good morning, Echo FM and our guest, my good friend, Barrister Ihejirika. Sincerely speaking, without sounding equivocal and insulting, I want to state categorically that Donald Trump's threat is a wake-up call for Nigerian leaders, because if it now seems we are the terrorism and corruption capital of the world. Having said that, knowing fully well that Nigeria is a sovereign state which another president may not decide what happens here, I'm calling on Donald Trump to help us sanitize our system in any way he can. If we have good leaders, insecurity will be a history within 24 hours. All right, that's we are going to go for a quick commercial, and then we will come back and take the news at 10. Don't go nowhere. This is a commercial announcement coming up.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Please listen to this important announcement. Lexus 450 with registration number RSH 514 PD. Chassis number JTJBC 1BA 1B2044069, as well as an engine number 2GRJ410490 was forcefully taken from the owner, Mr. Nonso Ngana, by armed robbers along Parks Junction, Ikeregbu, Owerri, on the 26th October 2025 at about 7 p.m. Other items forcefully deposed from the owner included HP laptop, Samsung Fold 6, iPhone 14 Pro Max, Vivo Y28, voters card, GTB and Zenith Bank ATM cards, as well as GTB identity card. Anybody with useful information regarding the whereabouts of the car should please report to the nearest police station or call Nonso on 0806 413 8979. I repeat, 0806 413 8979. Thank you for listening. And now it's time for us to visit our news desk to bring you the news update at 10 with Best Beauty.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7 The Fresh News People.
Please listen to these important announcements. Looking for flexible loan or smart investment option? Cool Financial Service Limited is here to help. We offer buyback loan, LPO financing, contract financing, and
This is Ofekata Orodo Community. As the Echo FM theme arrive, the elders of Ofekata Orodo receive them with warmth and joy. With hearty smile and open arms, they share stories of their rich cultural heritage, woven with resilience, unity, and pride. The atmosphere is filled with excitement for their beloved.
For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Catch up with the latest news updates on Echo 100.7 FM Owerri.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the news update on Echo 100.7 FM, the station with fair and balanced reporting. Here are the latest stories we're keeping tabs on. Opposition parties, including the PDP, NNPP, and CUPP, have accused President Bola Tinubu of using state institutions to coerce their members into defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress. They allege that the administration has been deploying anti-graft agencies and political pressure to weaken the opposition and consolidate power ahead of future elections. The party said this trend poses a serious threat to Nigeria's democracy and undermines the essence of multi-party participation. Responding, APC National Director of Publicity, Bala Ibrahim, dismissed the allegations as baseless and politically motivated. He maintained that the defections were voluntary and inspired by the Tinubu administration's achievements in infrastructure, economy and governance reforms. Ibrahim added that the APC remains united, focused, and open to all Nigerians who believe in its vision for national progress. The federal government has rejected the United States' claims of widespread religious persecution in Nigeria, insisting that the country remains a secular and multi-religious state governed by its constitution. It clarified that Sharia law operates only in select northern states and applies strictly to Muslims, with constitutional safeguards ensuring that no Nigerian is subjected to religious law against their faith. In a statement by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the government stressed that Nigeria's main challenges stem from terrorism and resource-based conflicts, not religion. It described the U.S. draft bill as legally and factually flawed and reaffirmed its commitment to upholding human rights, religious freedom, and peaceful coexistence among citizens of all faiths. Traditional rulers in Oguta, Imo State, have officially abolished the age-long outcaste system known as Owu, which had for generations created deep social divisions and discrimination. The decision, announced by Eze Nani Eiche through his representative Nduka Oduenyi, follows years of advocacy and dialogue by the Oguta Owu Eradication Dialogue Group seeking equality for all citizens. The Owu system historically denied affected families access to traditional titles, intermarriage, and certain community privileges. Community leaders and clergy described the abolition as a major milestone for peace and unity, urging other Igbo communities still practicing the system to emulate Oguta's bold step towards social inclusion and reconciliation. The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare strongly condemned the abduction of Dr. Tochukwu Mbanugo, a consultant neurosurgeon within Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Anambra State. The medical expert was reportedly kidnapped shortly after performing a life-saving brain surgery, an incident that has sparked outrage across Nigeria's health community. Minister of State for Health, Dr. Isiaq Salako, described the attack as a tragic reflection of the nation's insecurity, warning that it undermines Nigeria's fragile health system already struggling with a shortage of specialists. He said that the ministry is working closely with the Anambra State government, security agencies, and the Nigerian Medical Association to ensure the doctor's safe release and safeguard other health workers. The Oyo State Police Command says it has arrested 6 suspected kidnappers and armed robbers during a major operation in Ikoyi-Ile, Orire local government area. The suspects were allegedly responsible for several abductions, robberies, and extortion incidents across nearby communities following weeks of intelligence gathering and surveillance. Police spokesperson Adewale Osifeso said items recovered from the suspects include firearms, ammunition, and cash suspected to be ransom money. He assured that the command will sustain its offensive operations to ensure public safety and urged residents to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to security agencies. In business, oil marketers have faulted the federal government's proposal to introduce a 15% import duty on petrol, saying it contradicts the deregulation policy of the downstream sector. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, warned that such a move could push pump prices higher, discourage private investment, and trigger artificial scarcity. IPMAN's Public Relations Officer Chief Chinedu Ukadike described the duty as anti-competitive and detrimental to consumers. However, energy economist Professor Wumi Iladare backed the decision, saying the tariff would enhance fiscal stability and energy security if implemented transparently. He urged regulators like the NMDPRA and NUPRC to enforce compliance and protect consumers' interests. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has confirmed that the body of Omer Neutra, an American hostage held by Hamas, has been recovered and returned via the Red Cross. Trump said he personally spoke with the victim's parents, describing the moment as deeply emotional but one of closure. Israeli officials also confirmed that 3 sets of remains were retrieved during operations in Gaza. The recovered bodies were transferred for official identification and are to be honored in a military ceremony before being handed to their families. Israeli authorities said 17 deceased hostages have been returned since the October 10th ceasefire, while 11 others are still believed to be in Hamas custody. Recovery operations and hostage negotiations remain ongoing. In the world of sports, Erling Haaland once again delivered for Manchester City, scoring twice in their 3-1 win over Bournemouth to keep their Premier League title hopes alive. The victory lifts City to second place on the table, 6 points behind Arsenal and 1 point ahead of Liverpool after a strong attacking performance at the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola praised his side's determination after a recent dip in form, describing the result as a statement of intent. Haaland's brace takes his season tally to 17 goals in all competitions, reaffirming his reputation as one of the league's most consistent goal scorers. And that's all for the news update at 10, edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms on Facebook at Echo FM, X at Echo FM_Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. I am Best Beauty Igoinfa. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Live from the Eastern Heartland, Echo FM 100.7 brings you engaging conversation on trending news.
The federal government sort whatever issue they are having with ASU.
And by December this year, 4,000 MOUs will be employed in Europe.
It's explosive.
Well, first of all, we must understand that war in itself is a display of anarchy. When you talk about war, that is lawlessness at its peak. When you say you are fighting war to keep Nigeria one, no. You fought the war as a manifestation of your incompetence in the management of the crisis that was then part of Nigerian history.
Hilarious.
I get malaria, my cancer. Behind every successful man, there's a woman at the front. Stop shaking your head. You stop shaking your head. You're one of those who are causing problems. On action, I don't want to somebody.
And daring.
Mr. President, God will ask all of us, but you will be in the front. I will say, I've told the Senate President.
Our nation remains one of the most insecure and least peaceful in the world today, making Nigeria one of the hungriest countries of the world. Nigerians now spend nearly their entire income on feeding.
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
My appeal is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states.
Catch the drama, feel the excitement on Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join the conversation on Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. Straight Talk. Get straight analysis. No bending corners.
Let's be poor. Breathe.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. I still have Barrister Emeka Ihejirika here with us. Barrister, welcome once again.
I'm here.
All right, let's just go over this whole matter once and for all. Let's take a look at the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's reaction. Well, President Donald Trump said in a post on Truth Social, not even writing to Nigeria officially, that sounds very disrespectful. He didn't even write to Nigeria very officially, in as much as we are not as strong and big like America, we deserve respect. I will not have the president disrespect Nigeria in any form or shape, but if you're going to talk to Nigeria, not on Truth Social, but that is his own social media. Well, according to Donald Trump on his Truth Social media on Friday last week, Trump wrote, and I quote, "Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I'm hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern, but that is the least of it. When Christians or any such group is slaughtered like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide, something must be done. I'm asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and House Appropriation Committees, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing and able to save our great Christian population around the world. Under U.S. law, the CPC designation is reserved for countries where governments engage in or tolerate particular severe violation of religious freedom. Nigeria was first placed on the list in December 2020 during Trump's first term, following years of lobbying by religious freedom advocates who cited attacks on Christians in Middle Belt and Northeast. Okay, so that's not the first time Donald Trump has placed Nigeria on this list. As at that time, he didn't threaten to invade, but right now he's threatening that if nothing is done, he's going to come in, and he says it's going to be quick and very nice. Donald Trump and his man. Now, let's look at the legal angle now. When you declare somebody CPC, country of particular concern, what does it really mean legally? What does it entail? Is it an international or a U.S. thing?
It's a U.S. Definitely it's a U.S. thing.
Okay.
And any country on that list rarely gets aid from the United States. And things can escalate quickly. You see, people are taking this threat lightly. You know Donald Trump now. He means business, he means business. He doesn't double speak. And before he can even come out to start threatening to come in, like he said, with all guns blazing, they must have done their homework well. Target identification must have been done thoroughly. Yeah. Their assets in Nigeria. Meanwhile, there was a time they said our president is American asset.
Of course.
Now, all their assets on ground must have been placed on alert. Because with the way our country is, which is not a normal country, they must have so many assets here. And then also, they must have identified those who will act as a backup to their intended targets. So when he said it's going to be nice, he knows what he's talking about. You see, they have a base in Fort Lamonia. That should be in Djibouti. All they need to do is to fly in from Djibouti. Look at the countries they're going to cross. They're going to cross Sudan, South Sudan, then Central African Republic. Definitely Cameroon will give them clearance. I assume in their coming weeks. Yes. And then
Benin, any of those.
So definitely they have the assets. They have
I think they have a military base in Benin Republic.
Yeah, I don't think it's a permanent base.
Niger,
they have only one permanent base.
Okay.
In Djibouti, but they have small places of interest, even in Ghana. So the issue is, the place they might likely fly in if they have to hit any target in Nigeria will be two. Either their battleships, which will be off the Atlantic. Then from there, they can fly in whatever they are flying in. Maybe off the Nigerian, off nautical miles off the Nigerian shore, and then place their destined there, and then hit anywhere they want to hit.
Let you know a bit as we are talking now, U.S. Marine ship. Their submarine is probably heading towards this
That's
direction.
what I'm saying, that they have the assets, and they've threatened Nigeria. So they must have moved some of those assets to Djibouti, where they have a permanent military base. And then, if it has to be naval, then I'm sure the ships, the frigates, any other thing they want to use, is moving close to the Atlantic, which will be easier for them. From the Atlantic, they can launch anything. Where do we even have air defenses? We've never fought a war since 1967 to 1970. We've never fought a war as
Never
a nation.
underestimate Nigerian army. That's That's one thing I can tell you.
No. What we're talking of practical experience. The only war the Nigerian army has undertaken was from 1990 to 1997. That was Liberia, Sierra Leone, if you can remember. Liberia especially. And that war, we fought it mainly to prevent Charles Taylor and his rebels from capturing Monrovia, which then in 1997 they had election. The same Charles Taylor we wanted to stop in Liberia became president. Then we went into Sierra Leone, and then but when you say a country has fought a war, not with another country, in Sierra Leone we did not fight a war. We fought to prevent the RUF and the armed forces of Sierra Leone, led by Koroma now. What's it that is now? Johnny Paul Koroma. So my point is, we've not fought a real war where another country will come and then we have our air defenses. That's what I'm saying.
Of course, we've not seen that. We've not had that. We don't have an iron dome like Israel, of course. Air defense and all that. I don't know because I'm not inside the military, but I do know there are weapons in Nigeria that even U.S. doesn't even understand if we do have them, and they shouldn't underestimate the people. But the fact is that the U.S. is not coming to fight the Nigerian government.
They are coming to fight.
If the U.S., according to Donald Trump, he said if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the U.S. will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country. That's the language I don't like. It's a now disgraced country with guns ablazing to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet. Just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast.
Okay,
that is what Donald Trump posted on Truth.
But the American SEALs are always incised into the Boko Haram areas to carry out special missions. You and I know that. So this is not the first time they will have their boots on the ground. And that's what I'm saying. For Trump to say this, they might have done some target identification.
All right. Let's just take a look at what President Bola Tinubu replied. Well, President Bola Tinubu has rejected Nigeria's redesignation as a country of particular concern by U.S. President Donald Trump, insisting that the label misrepresents Nigeria's religious reality. In a statement posted on his official X handle on Saturday, the president said Nigeria stands firmly as a democracy governed by constitutional guarantees of religious liberty, and that the description of the country as religiously intolerant does not reflect our national reality. The characterization as Nigeria as religiously intolerant does not reflect our national reality, nor does it take into consideration the consistent and sincere efforts of the government to safeguard freedom of religion and beliefs for all Nigerians. All right, that's what President Bola Tinubu said.
Yeah, but he's not being sincere.
He keeps talking about religious intolerance.
No, he's being...
When did Donald Trump talk about religious intolerance?
No, he's not. Even the religious intolerance he's talking of now. In Nigeria, we always have a balance, which is in the presidential duo is always Christian and Muslim.
Okay.
Then Abiola now came and it became Muslim. It passed. Then where is your tolerance, religious sensitivity, when you're picking your deputy and you're picking a Muslim in a country where the population is split 50-50? Now, where is the religious tolerance when Sharia law in a secular country is being implemented in so many northern states? You have the Hizbah, which is a religious police in a secular country. Hizbah. It's like we have what we have here. Soldiers of, maybe for here now.
Soldiers of the Cross?
Maybe, let's assume, Governor Zonema will establish Soldiers of the Cross. So their job will be, if you dress miniskirt, you are in trouble. No, I'm just giving you it's absurd. This is what you have. They see you with alcohol, they break it, and then the same VAT is charging alcohol and it's given to them. And they take.
You're not bringing other stories.
No,
Interest people.
No, we are talking of tolerance here, religious tolerance. Like he's saying, I even watched one of his speeches. I couldn't even, when he said that the oil is this and Donald Trump is doing his own thing. I was trying to wrap my head around what our president was saying, and I couldn't, because it was so disjointed. You know, well, let me not go there, but the issue is the way they've handled it, and I will advise them. I will advise them to take this seriously, because if America decides to place sanction on Nigeria, it will be bloody.
All right.
If they sanction us, any country that does business with us, they will sanction that country. No, but you see, it is.
Before we go into the effect of all those sanctions, I just want us to get the rudiments of all these things out. Well, according to the This Day newspaper, the Tinubu saw U.S. CPC role coming and acted proactively. That is what the presidency is trying to tell us, narrate to us. Says the presidency on Sunday through Bayo Onanuga, says the President Tinubu was proactive ahead of the emerging diplomatic role from the United States administration over alleged persecution of Christians in Nigeria. This was coming hours after United States President Donald Trump suggested that Nigeria may face direct military consequences under Washington's renewed focus for the country, coming barely a day after designating Nigeria a country of particular concern, CPC, over alleged persecution of Christians. We're reacting to the latest threat of possible American action in Nigeria issued by Trump. On Saturday, President's spokesman, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, said the recent reorganization in Nigeria military structure by President Tinubu and his instructions to the new service chief was an indication that he was well ahead of the American plots. What does that mean? Well, in a post on his verified X handle, Onanuga said President Tinubu demonstrated foresight and firmness during the declaration of newly confirmed service chiefs last Thursday, giving a clear directive that Nigeria would tolerate no new security threats or external attempts to undermine its sovereignty. Well, according to him, President Bola Tinubu was well ahead of orchestrated game unfolding in America, as he told the new service chief on Thursday that Nigerians expect of them no more excuses. He said Nigerians want result. He then cited the president's assertive charge to the military leadership delivered ahead of Trump's latest comments, stressing that the administration would not permit insecurity to linger nor allow emerging threat to fester in strategic regions. That is what the narrative by Onanuga, the presidential spokesperson, posted on his official Twitter or X handle. Now, is this not a veiled attempt at trying to cover up these issues? Because this issue of changing of service chief came about by the rumors of coup. So why are you using it now to say President Tinubu is, I don't know if everybody's just, maybe they think everybody's daft.
Well, I don't know because, when this coup thing came out, they said, no, there's no coup. That those people were detained because they were dissatisfied in their stagnating careers and there was no promotion. And
they failed exam.
And then you detained the brigadier general.
And then question from the governor.
Then the facts started coming out and then they don't know what to do again. And then Governor Silva, Timepre Silva, did he also fail military exam?
Attire. And then his brother and his driver
are still in detention.
Yeah.
Or has his career stagnated in the military? You see, the issue is that, I don't know, the handlers of the president are extremely incompetent. His handlers are extremely incompetent because probably he surrounded himself with his own people instead of getting the best hands. Because the issue is, when you look at it, the president has not performed well. This past 2 years plus, he hasn't performed well. And it's because of his performance that he has relegated certain responsibilities and has faced his survival in the 2027 election. And in putting all efforts towards ensuring that he succeeds in the 2027 election, there's a great dereliction of duty across board. Because, let me tell you, the Nigerian army is capable of tackling the insurgency. Do you see this insurgency everywhere? In the southeast, in the north, in parts of the south-south, the Nigerian army, Nigerian military is capable.
All right.
But there are even sabotage within.
Well, that has been muted. Definitely, they say the Nigerian army is being complicit with it. The Nigerian government is playing politics with these people because they'll need them during the election. That is what the oppositions are saying. I'm not surprised you're part of the opposition anyway.
Yeah, but if the government succeeds, like, I keep saying it, even in Imo State, where we don't insult Governor Zodima, because if Governor Zodima succeeds, we succeed. If he pays workers' salary, the workers that will be on my DM begging for money will no longer beg because he has paid them and they have money. So that's why we pray for both the governor of our state and the president to succeed. Until when we get to election, then we'll now tell the people why they should not vote them. But in the meantime, when there's no campaign, they should succeed. Because if they succeed, if for example, if Governor Zodimba builds that Yaradua, where I normally take to go to my house, is it only APC people that take that road?
No,
it's everybody now. And it's our money that he will use to rebuild it. So I will want him to succeed by building that road. So when the election comes, then I'll tackle him. But we're not campaigning now.
All right, just before I open up the phone lines, it's been ringing non-stop. As Nigerians are reacting, Gumi urges Nigeria to cut diplomatic ties with the U.S. What does it mean by that?
He's a madman.
Well, Tinubu meets Trump, says presidential aide Daniel Boala. That's May. We are not sure. Well, analysts in U.S. say the threat could disrupt a terror fight and strain military cooperation. How is that? So many reactions towards this. They call it a threat now, but he just said to warn them. And he said, Nigerian government act fast. Or, so if you don't want the military to act, why don't you act? If you don't want U.S. to act, you act. That's what it means.
No, Barry. What are the U.S. military coming to hit? They are coming to hit the forward bases of these terrorists. They are coming to hit their supply network. They are coming to hit people who have been identified to be supporters of these people. They are coming to hit the helipads, where the helicopters are landing to. Probably that's the kind of things they are coming to hit. They're not coming to hit the governors.
We have also heard from the military that sometimes they'll say aids are coming from same U.S. and other countries, and they say the car's spoiled, and then in the morning, all the goods and everything that they are carrying will vanish, and the driver will come, drive the car, and go away. Helicopters will come into the bush, land with ammunition and everything, and drop for them. Is the U.S. intelligence? I don't know, seen this one.
No, you see, that's what I'm saying about the dereliction of duty and people being ignorant. You are the army, you are the armed forces of a particular country, and you are accusing some other countries of coming to arm people who are fighting in your country. That means you're incompetent, you're incapable, and you should be dissolved so that we know we don't have armed forces. It is the job of the Nigerian, and we maintain the Nigerian army, the police, the Air Force, the Navy, the Civil Defense, the DSS, to protect Nigerians. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that it is not because they are not capable. It is because they are not funded enough, and there's no political will to tackle some of these things. Look at how a whole federal government is running kitty because there's a threat to hit particular targets, harmful targets in Nigeria.
Well, according to the Guardian newspaper, a Lagos APC condemns call for invasion, describes proponents as traitors, and Kwakwaso seeks U.S. support and technology, not war threats. And of course, Huriwa, this is the one that is surprising. Huriwa, which is a human rights watch activism or whatever they call them. Huriwa wants Trump to make good his threat and bomb terrorists in forests. Can you imagine that one? Huriwa is, this one's replaced the one become Boko on their own. They say you should just bomb them. Well, these are reactions. Let's now get reactions from our listeners. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my very good friend in the studio there, Barry Cosmos. How are you this morning?
I am very fine. Thank you very much.
Our guest, good morning.
Good morning.
Our guest, we have said it all. Let me tell us, Americans is coming to Nigeria to intervene is not a threat. It's a true action. If not, there is no way the President of America, Mr. Trump, will tell the Senate to quickly respond to his appeal to intervene in killing of Christians in Nigeria. So it's a welcome one. We should not mind all these, maybe all these side talks by our Nigerians who have not taken action since then up to now. Even the presidency telling us that Mr. Tinubu will soon meet Trump. If Tinubu happens to enter America, he'll be arrested today. There's no two ways about it.
Oh,
so let's
who tell you that one now?
Let's inquire. We are waiting for him.
Okay.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Oh, Chineke, man. Nigerians are not kidding me. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Welcome aboard.
Ginegon from Division.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, we are because we know that when they come, we will lose some money. You see, this is security, making some people rich.
Yeah.
Well, our brother, Lieutenant General Ihejika, wanted to handle this insurgency as supposed to be as a soldier or a military man. He was denied that access by the North. They were complaining that he handled them high-headedness. I wasn't talking to court in Geneva. That's what died there. Now, Trump has shown us that some of us, Nigerians, who believe that we are helping the government to talk, we are killing the government or killing the Nigerians. So I am in support of what Trump is coming to do. He should do it very fast so that we will know our way. Thank you very much.
Nigerians. No, fun. Let's get some messages on our Facebook page. Now, Juliet Ejekwe says, it has been a long time our government have living in denial about the killing of Nigerians. Those killed are asking God for vengeance. If Trump is the person God will use to avenge their death, so be it. Enough is enough. Thank you, Juliet. Uchenna Onokogo says, gracias, the Radio Marshal. The U.S. is one of the first world countries in international relations. They have done this several times, and it is right for the U.S. to take any decision against any country if it thinks and have any justifiable reason. As to genocide and violation of human rights, genocide and violations of human rights are international crime against of which the U.S. as the leader of the United Nations Treaty, which Nigeria is a party and signatory to. This is not about sovereignty. It is not about how you rule your internal affairs. This is about international law and its violation. Besides, it is not against Nigeria per se, but against terrorists, which I think the Nigerian government should applaud for the U.S. to end insurgency in the country, a crime that has engulfed trillions of naira over the decades. Thank you very much. Ugochukwu Ajuzie says, a happy new month, my brother. God bless you for what you are doing on Echo FM. Thank you very much, Ugochukwu. Anayo Amna says, Barry Cosmos, good morning. Please, if President Trump is coming to Nigeria, let him come quickly because a lot has happened and are happening till now. Nigerian government cannot tell them the truth. All right, James Nwakpu says, good morning, Sir Barry Cosmos. Trump invading Nigeria is a welcome development. Those terrorists need to be wiped out in this country. The fear of Trump is the beginning of wisdom. Hoo-ha. James, thank you. Chukwu Emeka Duru says, good morning, Ogabari and the Straight Talk barrister. You can see from the reaction of the government that is saying by our former military head of state, late Abacha, Prince from Irete, is saying that. What is that saying? Any insecurity past 24 hours. Government hand day. That one, what Abacha talk. Chukwuemeka John says, Trump, Tinubu once said, if he fights the terrorists, they will kill him. And I think it's better to ask the Americans to help him destroy these terrorists for his own legacy. And nobody will come after him, as he once said, because the sponsors of this Boko Haram cannot fight with the Americans. All right. Godson Onokogu says, good morning, Barry. My in-law, Barrio, I just have the question to APC-led government of Nigeria. Why are they afraid of someone who wants to help them do what they are unable to do? Your citizens are being killed on daily basis by some terrorist group, and you can't fight them. Now the U.S. government has offered to fight them, and you are running around to stop them. There is something the present government of Nigeria is not telling us. Simple. That is what my in-law says. Credo Ezeta says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Credo Ezet citing from Oko here, Isikinesi, Diato South. He says, all glory to the Father for great things he has done. Barry, why are all these APC government and their members afraid of American government coming to Nigeria? Does it mean that they are the real sponsors of this terrorist killing innocent Christians, and every time all we heard is about how they will rig 2027 election and the campaign for them to be saved come 2027 election? Shame to Nigerian leaders. God bless American president. All right. Julie Stainless, the one and only electrifying Julie Stainless says, good morning, my eloquent, majestic Barry and the studio guest. Nigeria is fast becoming notorious of insincerity, falsehood, and deceit. How can President Tinubu deny cases of genocide on Christians in our country since 2009? Plateau, Benue, Taraba, and many other northern states have experienced serious killings of so many Christians. One Reverend Dochoma of Benue State displayed the names of many Christians massacred in Plateau and Benue State. To all this, the president, the Christians in the Senate, House of Rep, and other political officers kept mute. Now God has answered our prayers, and the sycophants like FFK, Joe Igboke, Chief Joe Dugwaje, when the Jew talking to, and others are talking and insulting President Donald Trump. What a dangerous and expensive joke. See, the Senate president is now busy struggling to deny and wriggle out of these comments against Trump on the matter. They think that the U.S. is like Nigeria. Wait, the lion will soon roar in Nigeria. Fire on the mountain. He says, fire on the mountain. Isn't Lady Julie Nasike sent in that one? Thank you very much. Thank you, Lady Julie, for attending our get-together. God bless you. Not forgetting the Princess G. Glad. All of you made my day. Pedro Viva, he says, Mr. Barry, good morning, sir, and the gentleman over there. My only question is this. What if American troops are already here in Nigeria? Away. Opera Stanley C. Luther says, good morning, Sir Barry. A nation does not earn respect by clapping back at critics. It earns it by making life sacred again. Secure your people, and the world will secure your dignity. There's still time to make amends. We implore the great leadership of the country to take speedy steps, and it will be a shame for another country to spot and fix a sovereign nation's issues. We see press statements with no arrest. When authority closes its eyes, outsiders open theirs and speak with threats, funding our boat. That is what we are witnessing now. Giant of Africa, no be format, show walking. God bless the federal government of Nigeria. All right, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning. Uh-oh. Please do call back. Hello.
Hello, morning.
Welcome aboard, sire.
Yeah, that's Mr. Ejike. I'm calling from Lagos Street.
Okay, Mr. Ejike from Lagos Street. Carry go.
Okay, is this not the same issue our brother Mazen Nandekala have been talking about over the years and why they still have him in jail till this moment?
Okay.
In fact, if Nigeria should be a country, they're supposed to even pay that man. He made that revelation and they didn't take him serious. Instead, they criminalize him. Is it not a height of hypocrisy on the side of Nigerian government for a citizen to review what was, happening, what they are not seeing? So I think it's a welcome development. It was a welcome development. If you ask me, I will even ask America to come and recolonize Nigeria again. That is the citizen we have freedom.
Stop it there. I no agree for that one. Thank you, my brother.
My brother, what we're experiencing in Nigeria is something more than terror.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. From Lagos Street. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Barry. Good morning, finally.
The senior citizen. Nukuma, say good morning to you, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm senior citizen, Mazel. My Barry. Thank you for Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
Number one, gone.
Okay.
Well, all we are saying today points to one thing. Nigeria has been given an opportunity to justify the statement that Nigeria is a sovereign country. That's all. Yes, it's not about threat, no.
Okay.
Are you a sovereign country? Yes, I'm a sovereign country. America says, or Donald Trump, America says, you are sovereign. Go on and demonstrate to the world you are sovereign, that you are in charge of your country. That's my understanding. My mother used to tell me repeatedly when something happens, she would say, and the Julie Nosike and Dr. Moleva, they should help us. If they don't, proposing that should let us have a proper interpretation. That Barry, let me tell you what the lawyer was saying there. Most of your commentators do not know that America has a very active presence in Djibouti. And on a straight line, a flight from Djibouti will land in Sokoto before you travel from Enugu to Sokoto. Maybe from Port Harcourt to Sokoto, the American people will be there. America has the African Command in Germany that can reach Nigeria before you trek from your office to Douglas Road. They don't need your assistance. Look, Barry, I don't know why all of us forget so easily.
Okay.
When that big plane, only plane in the world that could carry that bomb, went to Iran, how many kilometers away? Thousands of kilometers. And went there and bombed the exact site and went back to America. All the air defenses of Iran, they were in place. Their soldiers and commanders were in place. America finished and went back. What am I saying? My father kept warning me. If a man is bigger than you, taller than you, and he looks stronger than you, don't fight him. Let me say it again. I'm quoting my own parents who have left some 30 or more years ago. When you meet somebody stronger than you, tougher than you, don't agree to a fight.
Yes, sir.
What we need to say that America has warned us. You are not taking care of your people. Barry, we keep saying on this program, I keep saying, what is government for? The welfare or the rule? How do you tell you are taking care of your people when they are being slaughtered? I'm not saying being killed. Many of them are slaughtered. Barry, let me tell you this. So slaughter means how you take a goat and you need to run your knife, secretly on the neck. Many are being slaughtered. And it's a fact. This one that the Senate president is denying, it's not yet time. Finally, Barry, Americans described the president of Nigeria publicly, I think late last year or early this year, as an active asset.
Yeah.
That's where I want to end. Yes, you read it, you saw it. They said the Nigerian president is an active asset. Good morning. I'm senior citizen, Mark Josaba.
Thank you.
Good morning again.
Thank you very much.
Well, Barry.
That is, go ahead.
The developments in drone technology means that the Americans don't even need to put their fighter pilots on the air. And if they have to, it is hypothetical now, if they have to strike this place, it has to be in waves. It might even be in 6 waves. And by now, I'm sure they must have already done their target identification. And let me tell you, this country will never be the same. I think that's why the Tinubu, them are being afraid of the whole thing. This country will never be the same if America strikes here, because several vulnerabilities are going to remain open. And if there's, now that they've designated Nigeria as a country of particular interest, they will be watching the 2027 elections.
Well, we hope they do, because I was going to ask a simple question.
Yes.
America wants to help Christians and all that. Very good. Everybody is saying, well done, come, save Christians.
Yes.
But they are the ones that refused to give us the information we need when we were looking for it.
How? Which information?
Now, when the president was accused of certificate forgery, that's number one. His drug case, number 2, and all that. Up to today, they have not given us any of those information.
No,
they
wait.
declared him an active asset, and up to today, they expunged most of the information, even saying they will not even honor the Freedom of Information Act that was even quoted and invoked upon them to give us they brought small piece of information that was never incriminating and declared a Nigerian president, sitting president, as an American asset. So what on earth are they doing now? Is it not double jeopardy for them?
Maybe his usefulness has expired. As an asset. Probably he used to be there, like they said, they came openly to say, this is our asset. Asset is a spy, somebody who helps a foreign country. They said they didn't hold back. Now, probably his usefulness has expired. They've seen that he's no longer useful to them. And let me tell you, I think that's the main concern of this government. Because if they are hitting, they might not hit mainly the targets, mainly the jihadists in the field. They might also hit the supporters, maybe the sponsors, their houses in town. Even if their houses is in the middle of Abuja, they will hit it. If there's a warehouse, for example, that supplies this jihadist in the field that is inside the town, they will hit it. So I think that is why the government is running here and there, because it is going to be as extensive as possible when it comes, or if it comes.
So in our ramification now, a lot of things will be exposed if they come in. That's what you're saying, because Nigerian government keep talking about financiers and all that. At one point in time,
not the financiers.
At one point in time, Emefiele was linked, even though I wonder how he was linked. Now, another twist to this whole denial by the government is the likes of Daniel Bwala, who is a Christian, but at least by name. Daniel Bwala is now trying to rope IPOB into this whole madness of genocide. Daniel Bwala said IPOB started the claim of Christian genocide in Nigeria in 2016. That IPOB was the main reason why the issue of genocide started. That the presidency disclosed that IPOB started the alleged hoax of Christian genocide in Nigeria in 2016. President Bola Tinubu's spokesman, Daniel Bwala, disclosed this during an interview on TVC News. So with this kind of statements coming, are the Nigerian government officials even taking this serious at all, in your own estimation?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, that the handlers of the president are incompetent. Anybody who can go and unearth Daniel Boala to come and speak for the person, that Onanoga to come and speak for them, people who don't have tact, people who don't have self-control, people who don't have control over their thoughts and actions, then that government is totally incompetent.
All right. They will also have this just before we go. Our time is running. As we are complaining of killing of people, they're not just killing, they're also destroying farmlands in order to acquire the lands. This by the Fulani jihadis and the Fulani headsmen. Now, just yesterday in Benue State, a rice farm. You know, normally when you harvest rice, you gather the bundles so that they will dry. And when they set fire on that particular food that needs to be produced, not just for themselves, but for Nigeria as a whole. Now, that rice farm has been set ablaze. Imagine you cultivating rice and then you lose them. Somebody just go there to set up ablaze. There's a large rice farm in Gwe West, local government area of Benue State, was reportedly set ablaze on Sunday afternoon, November 2nd, that's yesterday, by suspected headsmen, leaving massive destruction in its wake. The farm owned by Mr. Ogbakaya was located at Say Obiam and along Makodi Road. Eyewitnesses say the inferno engulfed several acres of cultivated land, destroying both standing crops and already harvested rice packed for threshing.
Is that not terrorism?
This is another one.
No, is that not terrorism? Both economic and physical terrorism. So that is actually what we are saying. Probably they set it on fire. At night, they will come and attack those people, and everybody will run from that area into IDP.
And they now occupy the land.
And they now occupy into IDP camps.
In Enugu State, there were some people that were sacked from their community by these Fulani headers, and those people are now occupying that land. They will grow there, cultivate, reprocreate, and at the end of the day, they now claim the land to be their own. And once they do that, they now begin to enter into the political architecture. And once they get into the political architecture, control the politics, then the killing starts. That has been the modus operandi of these headsmen. And we keep looking at it as if playing politics, both Christian and Muslim are dying. Is that the issue? The issue of Islamization has been muted for years, and right now it's beginning to rear its ugly head again. Anyway, that's going to be our show for today. For those of you whose messages I couldn't read, please apologies. This matter, we needed to talk more than read more and more messages. Apologies, everybody. And then thank you all for joining us on our socials. We appreciate everything you do. Tomorrow, we will be hosting Precious Aruche. Precious Aruche is popularly called Mama P. Everybody should now join us. I hope you know Mama P. She is a youth leader and an activist. For those of you who don't know Precious, Mama P, the red scarf lady who is always making, be ahead of protests, is always fighting with police. Right now, she's handling the issue of Ochaya in Benue State that was raped by, I think, a father and the son. And here the police, the man is a police officer. So I don't know how true that is, but tomorrow we will find out what is happening, because when I was speaking to her yesterday, she said she was heading to Benue State, I think tomorrow too. But we'll have that conversation before she leaves. So tune in tomorrow by 9 o'clock on the dot. We will be starting that conversation. You can watch us live on Facebook, on YouTube, and all social media, because we are going to be relaying the video pending any other circumstances. Like the last time we had a conversation with Aisha, that day we can't get network wahala for the whole of Imo State. I hope it doesn't happen today again. Thank you all for being part of our program. Thank you, Barrister, for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
All right, that's our show for today. We will be leaving you now in the capable hands of the Slim Diva for Health Revolution. Okay, people, bye-bye. Barry Cosmos is signing out.